Have you ever walked out of the job interview thinking that you did okay, but you actually didn't get the job without knowing why? After you get the rejection from multiple times, your mind starts telling you that maybe it's because I'm an international student, or maybe my English isn't good enough, or maybe they prefer local candidates than international candidates. I hear this struggle all the time from my international clients after they have experienced several job interviews in Australia. But here's the truth that most international candidates don't really realize, that it's usually not about your accent, your English, or your cultural background. It's simply a few small communication habits that no one have taught you before. And once you work on them, your interview job performance is going to be dramatically changed. So, what I'm going to walk you through today, I'm going to walk you through some common mistakes and phrases that I often see from non-English speaking students during the job interview situation, and how you can transform into more confident communication so you can actually succeed in job interview performance. The common mistake number one, you often start your sentences with saying, "Sorry, English is my second language." I hear this all the time from my international clients, even when I see them during my one-on-one career counseling situations. So the moment that job interviewer asks questions to you, you often say that, "Oh, I'm sorry, English is my second language," or "Sorry, my English isn't really very good." I want to explain why this doesn't really help you in job interview situations. Even though you might be trying to be polite or set some kinds of expectations with the interviewer, this phrase is unintentionally give them some messages like, this candidate is not actually confident in communicating. Please lower your expectation. I actually might not perform really well in this job interview situation. That's not the kinds of message you're trying to say to them, but that's the message you are unintentionally actually framed by simply saying your sentences with "sorry." So the fact is that you don't need to apologize for the fact that you speak English as a second language, right? So imagine it's like you're walking into the job interview situation with a gold medal that you have on, but the first thing that you say to the interviewer saying that, "Oh, actually, I don't really deserve this gold medal," right? You kind of frame yourself that you're shrinking your value before the job interviewer even get to see your strengths. But what I want to really assure to you is that you can actually communicate really well, because the fact that you earn your degree in Australia, you have lived in Australia for several years speaking English, right? So the fact that you speak English isn't really your weakness. But what you actually should do instead in job interview situation, start strong like a professional. For example, you can simply start your sentences saying things like, "Oh, thank you for having me today," or "I'm really excited to share my experience with you." Or you can actually be authentic by saying that, "Actually, I'm really nervous. This is my first interview situation, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. I'm really looking forward to having this conversation with you." Things like that, instead of saying, "Sorry, English is my second language." Common mistake number two, you often perhaps pretend that you understood the questions from the interviewer even though you didn't quite get it. Or you get really panic about it because you didn't quite understand what they're asking, so you end up just rushing to answer immediately and you ended up just rambling to whatever answer you want to give to them. Or you're just afraid of asking for clarification, because if you do that, you're probably thinking that, "Oh, I don't want to look incompetent." So you just pretend you understood the questions, what the questions was about. But I'd like to tell you that in Australia, being able to ask for clarification when you quite couldn't comprehend, understood what the questions was about, is actually the way to show your professionalism, your ability to communicate, and your confidence in the job interview situation. What you should do instead during the job interview situation is that instead of just pretending you understood what the questions was, you could just simply say, "Oh, sorry, I actually didn't quite understand. I didn't quite catch that. Would you mind if you just repeat one more time?" It's completely okay for you to ask for clarification like that. Or you could just simply say, "Just to clarify, are you asking about XYZ? Would you mind if I ask for clarification on that?" Or you could actually be honest to them saying like, Wow, this is really big questions. I love that. Would you mind if I actually unpack the questions with you, if that's okay? Things like that, okay? Or you could say, let me think about that for a moment. Wow, that is a quite big question. So asking clarifying questions like that, this example, is very normal and indeed is very respected communication skills in Australia, okay? So try perhaps practice a few phrases that sounds natural to you. Common mistakes number 3. You often explain your visa situation in a negative or apologetic way. So I'll tell you what I mean by saying negative or apologetic way. I hear this on an interview all the time from international candidates say things like, oh, I'm an international student visa, or I'm a visa holder. Because of that, I have limited working right, or I have a limited working opportunity. Or you often say things like, I don't really know if that will be a problem because of my visa. Would you still hire me? Things like that. When you frame your visa situation like this during the interview situation, employer will actually hear uncertainty from you or limitation, or even they feel, oh my god, it's going to be so complicated of hiring this candidate. They even have a chance to get to know you, understand about your strengths, about this role or job you're applying for. So even if that wasn't your intention, it's like you're going to the job interview, listening all the reasons why they shouldn't hire you. So you don't want to just add unnecessary complication by framing your visa situation in a negative way like that. What I want you to do instead, here's how you want to frame with confidence when you explain your visa situation. Simply, you just need to explain you do have full working rights under your current visa condition situation. So you can say things like, I'm currently on an international student visa, which means that I do have working right. So during the university or during the study period, I will be able to work 48 hours fortnight, and during the university break time, I do have full working right, unlimited hours. Simple as that. What employers want to hear from you is that, does this person actually can work in my company, in my organization legally? Does this person actually have full legal working right in Australia? Okay? You can even explain your future plan moving forward. It's even better. Things like, and also after I finish my study, I'll be applying for post-study work visa, which means that that'll actually allow me to have full working right for certain period of time for 3-4 years. You can just also specify the whatever durations under that post-study work visa, if that is the visa you want to apply for. You can also explain your long-term plan as well. Moving forward after that, my plan is to stay in Australia in the long run and build my career. I'm really passionate about it, building my career in the long run. So I will be also exploring a couple of practical long-term permanent visa options as well. Okay? So when you explain your visa situation like that, it really shows that your stability, and you simply give clarifications to employers to assure them you do have full working right to work immediately, okay? And also it really gives them the confidence to hire you because you also know about your long-term plan moving forward. So you also explain your long-term commitment with the confidence to stay in Australia. So when I explain to you the 3 common habits that I often see from international candidates during the job interview situation, as you can see, none of these habits are about your English inability. They are actually about the professional communication style which you can improve and adopt, perform really well in job interview situations. Once you shift these interview habits on how you communicate things, your interview performance will transform dramatically. Because employers not really assessing your English grammar, they're actually assessing your confidence, your ability to clarify things during the interview situation, how you think, how you respond under pressure with confidence, okay? So these are the skills you can absolutely train to be better in interview performance, okay? What you should do instead, if you can just quickly wrap up your confident speaking framework, here are 3 things that I quickly want to summarize for you to start practicing today. Number 1, speak with confidence first. Not saying sorry, apologies in your first sentence. Speak English as a second language is not something you have to apologize for, okay? So start focusing on talking about your strengths and your ability. And number 2, ask for clarification anytime you need it. Okay, so this is what professional people normally do. So it really shows your maturity and confidence in communicating. Number 3, reframe your visa situation positively and clearly. It's really about giving employers assurance and certainty, not giving them unnecessary confusion by explaining about all your issues and concerns and dramas about your uncertainty about your visa situation. Simply, you just need to focus on explaining your current working rights, which you do have under your current whatever visa situation. Make sure you check your visa situation conditions first. So this small shift can definitely help you to build a strong foundation for better interview performance moving forward. And I have seen so many successful international candidates by simply making these small changes in their communication styles and skills. If you like one-on-one personalized coaching to improve your interview performance, click the link below to apply to work with me, and I will be in touch with you to see if we are right match to work together. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share with other people, and also leave a comment below. What was your number 1 struggle you have experienced during job interview situation in Australia? See you in my next video. Bye!